And there's a big Pac-12 matchup in college football on Saturday's slate with the Oregon Ducks visiting the Farm. Hey, everybody. Welcome to WagerTalk.com. I'm Scott Spreitzer. He's Zack Cimini. You can follow him on Twitter at Cimini. We're going to break down this Oregon-Stanford contest. I'm a huge Stanford Cardinal guy. Don't let it bleed into my picks when it comes to going against the spread. But when I'm not involved in their games, I'm usually rooting for, Shaw, the way he coaches, the style of play they have, kind of a return to old smash mouth type of football. But here they are, 10-point favorite. Totals are right around 70, a little less than that. And Zach, all I've heard this week going into this game is that under Vernon Adams and the fact he's healthy, this offense has finally got it together. They found the rhythm, 105 points the last 2 weeks. Are you buying or selling this surge by the Oregon Ducks?
Well, you have to buy it just based on the turnaround from their season. If you watched them just 3 or 4 weeks ago without Adams, they had no chance. They probably would have been slipped below 500. But with the Adams in, they've won 3 straight games. Last week, 467 rush yards against California. So it's almost like they're a Navy Army style all of a sudden. And their defense, it's never been great, but you have to buy the way that offense is playing and their capabilities under Adams.
They beat a disappointing Arizona State. I'm going to play devil's advocate to the buy-sell thing here. They beat a disappointing Arizona State team that cannot cover the pass if their life depended on it. You mentioned they beat Cal. Cal's now dropped 4 straight games. They're unable to defend both the run and the pass. Now they're going to have to, I think, show some balance, the Oregon Ducks, a little more balance. Stanford's excellent, at getting to ball carriers. In fact, I saw against Colorado, they had double-digit TFLs, tackles for losses, in that particular game. They're always in the opponent's backfield when a team tries to run the football. But, Zach, it's the defense that worries me a little bit if I'm an Oregon Duck fan. I don't believe Oregon can slow down Stanford the way they did last year. Stanford ran for about 3.4 yards per carry. They were held in check. I'm not so sure that this year's defense can slow down Stanford like last year's did.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge. They really haven't stopped anyone besides Washington State, but they slipped up in the fourth quarter there to lose that one. But, Stanford, it's really mind-boggling to see the contrast of styles. Stanford's always been that slow-paced team in Pac-12 matchups, especially. But this year they flipped the script, started with that being down 10-0 to USC, and then all of a sudden they've been playing that offensive style. And I'm not sure I'm going to buy that this week against the Oregon Ducks. I don't know you can play that tempo and survive with the way Oregon's playing right now.
Yeah, at the time it was kind of funny because, of course, they open and they lose at Northwestern. They looked as flat as a pancake, Stanford, start to finish in that game. Everybody on that team looked like they were having an off day. And then you mentioned the USC game. They were down early, as you said, in that game, and it looked like USC was going to put it to them. And I thought that was more of Sarkisian's fault than it was anything else because it looked like he didn't make adjustments in the second half. We found out maybe why things weren't getting done from the sideline. But what I saw was a situation where he decided he was going to blitz all the time to try to put pressure on Hogan, on the quarterback for Stanford, and it absolutely did not work. I don't think Oregon's going to fall into that trap, but I am going to make it official now if you don't mind, sir.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to go ahead and back the Stanford Cardinal in this particular game. I think it's McCaffrey all day long with a little bit of Hogan in the passing game mixed in. And the one thing that I want to do if I've got a team going against Oregon, they've got to be able to control the tempo of the game. Stanford does that. They keep the ball quite a bit of time, 34, 35 minutes per contest, keep that Oregon offense on the sideline. And I don't think the Ducks defensively are as good as they were last year. So Stanford minus the points. Hey, don't forget I've got an all-access package the next 30 days, all sports. That includes college baskets, college football, NFL, 5% plays, all the plays, and it's $100 off for the next 30 days. All you got to do is use the coupon code SSSAVE100 to get $100 off. And I'm shooting for my 4th straight 5% winner in college football, 75% this season overall with our college football main events. Main event game of the month going on Saturday. You don't want to miss out right here at WagerTalk.com. More to come, college basketball with Zack Cimini. Stick around.